Welcome to this channel. Here we bring to you happenings around the world and in Nigeria. Here is the latest news update in Nigeria. The NLC chairman, Joe Ajaero, has opened up to Nigerians why the Nigerian Labour Congress, the NLC, the Trade Union Congress, TUC, suspended its planned strike till next month. Here is the full detail. Organised Labour have suspended its planned nationwide indefinite strike action for the next month. This was contained in a memorandum of understanding (MOU) signed by the NLC President Joe Ajaero and General Secretary Emmanuel Ugboaja, as well as the TUC President Festus Osifo and Secretary General Nuhu Toro. The three-page document was also signed by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Lalong, Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Dr. Nkeiruka, Onyejeocha, and Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed, Idris. The NLC and the TUC accept to suspend for 30 days the planned indefinite nationwide strike scheduled to begin Tuesday, the 3rd of October 2023. The MOU reads in part: the federal government grants a wage award of 35,000 naira only to all federal government workers beginning from the month of September, pending when a new national minimum wage is expected to have been signed into law. The decisions come at the end of an hour-long meeting between the federal government, the NLC, and the TUC. Video shows more detail.
A preliminary stage in the sense that what the federal government offered seemed to be a kind of promissory note. And then we felt that we should equally, give them that benefit of doubt to see whether we can bridge that trust gap. And that was why we saw that 30 days for us to monitor developments. It doesn't mean that most of the items there will be realized within 30 days. No, but there should be, some level of performance, for us to know that they actually are serious about it. So that's what we saw there. If that is understanding, then so be it.
So quickly, there are a few issues that I'd like to take you up on. 35,000 is what you have agreed in terms of workers' wages. How did you arrive at that?
Well, thank you very much. The agenda was set by Mr. President when he announced 25,000. And we looked at it empirically, 25,000, does not fall into any category of what was to happen. We looked at 50,000 and his negotiation. They got to 30. We insisted that we can't go below 40,000. And finally, they came to 35,000. If you look at that 35,000, you see above 100% increase from the minimum wage. And what we are discussing is wage award. Now, if you take that over 100%, and then you take whatever we are going to gain from the CNG buses when they eventually come on board, you are going to gain close to 100%, if not more, from the operation of the CNG operated vehicles. If you take the two, you'll be meeting up to the 200% increase in the pump price of petroleum products, so to say. And this is equally taking into consideration that within the next 6 months, we should be looking at what the minimum wage should be. This wage award is a kind of an intervention wage, preparatory to when the actual wage will be looked at. Then we are going to look at the inflationary rate, look at the value of the currency, look at the cost of living index, and other conditions will come to the table for us to determine what actually should be minimum wage. But meanwhile, this is a kind of intervention for us to be afloat till the time, minimum wage is actually discussed. And that was why the agreement, indicated that the minimum wage committee should be set up within the next 1 month. Statutorily, the minimum wage act should be expiring by March, April next year. So everything is tailored towards that moment.
So